Control of body temperature by insects. Insects are cold-blooded and they can't regulate their body temperature according to the environment. There are certain insects that possesses some measure of control over their temperature. It comprises mainly by behavioral adaptations rather than physiological control. There are few insects that have ability to regulate the body temperature by physiological means. By gaining and losing the heat, the insects maintain a narrow range of body temperature that make them fit in the situation. In that situation, the major source of heat gain are solar radiation, the control of body temperature by insects generally involves some behavioral mechanisms. Example is cysticerca larva. Cysticerca larvae become highly active at high temperatures and move into the area of low temperature, and it promotes a brief burst of activity. This activity is unidirectional but may tend to take the insect out of the immediate unfavorable area. At low temperatures, cysticerca sits broadside to the sun, and if it is on the ground, it lies over on its side so that its lateral surface is perpendicular to the sun's rays, exposing the maximum surface area. In the evening, as the temperature falls, the locust crouches close to the ground, gaining heat by conduction. Many insects are able to raise the temperature of their bodies by fanning, fluttering the wings without flight. This behavior is most frequently observed if the insects are disturbed at temperatures suboptimal for flight, and the increase in temperature produced may be such that flight becomes possible. In Apis and Bombus, The thoracic temperature can be increased by oscillation of the flight muscles without moving the wings. Temperature regulation is highly or most highly developed in social insects. The ants carry their young stages to the most favorable situations. On hot days, they block the entrance of the nest so as to prevent the entry of warm air. On cooler days, moths used to fan their wings, generating metabolic heat to warm their body. Most of the insects have a preference range of temperature and tend to remain there for a longer period. The desert locust Cistocerca overwintering honeybees form clusters within their hives to prevent heat loss. So these are the different type of behavioral mechanisms and behavioral adaptations to control the body temperature